Welcome to this tutorial on downloading the US Piac household data. In this tutorial we will show you where to find the US Piac household data, what is the difference between the different data sets, and how to download them. To download the Piac household data, the first thing you need to do is find it, and the way to find it is by finding the Piac Nces data. And you will get this search results, Piac US Department of Education. Click there and you get to the main page of the Piac site for Nces. And if you scroll down, you'll see here data files. And when you click there, you'll see the data files, and you have a bit of an explanation here of what the different data sets are. And you get this table where you have the prison data and the household data. In a separate video, we showed you how to download the prison data. Now we're going to show you how to download the household study data. Notice that there's three separate sets of files. There's the one from the data collection in 2012, and this is the one that was collected together with the data from all other participating countries in Piac. And then there's the data collection that took place in 2014, which supplemented the data collection from 2012. So you will find these two files combined here. There was a third data collection that took place in 2017, and that will be the third entry here. So you basically have, if you want to replicate the results published by the OECD, in the first report that they published, you will need to download this one here. If you want to replicate the most recent results for Piac with the enhanced data that was collected between 2012 and 2014, you will download the second one. And if you want to look at trends between this data collection here and 2017, then you will download this third data set here, the 2017 household study data. We are going to select from the 2012-2014 household study data, and you'll see again that you have two options here, one for the RUF, the restricted user file, and one for the PUF, the public use file. The difference between the RUF and the PUF is that the RUF has a bit more information, and it has information from variables that could potentially identify participants, and therefore you need to request special permission. And I click here, you need to obtain a license to use a restricted use data set. So we're going to download the public user file here. I'm going to click on this link, and you'll see that you have several options: the codebooks, the raw data, the SAS data. And what we're going to do is we're going to download everything by clicking on the download the full Piac 2012-2014 household public file. Agree to the terms. Open the windows. And while that is downloading, we're going to go to our desktop, where we have a directory here for Piac data. And we see that here we already have the prison public user file. So we're going to make room here for the zip file that's going to come up. And we're done. It'll take a little longer. What I did is I hit the pause button, so you wouldn't have to be waiting for the download to take place on my machine. So I'm going to look up the file here, household PUF. And I'm going to open my Windows Explorer window, and you'll see that you have all these files. One thing to remember here is that the files are zipped, so you're going to have to unzip all these files. So I'm going to do here, I'm going to create a directory called a new directory, and we're going to call this household PUF. Now open that directory, and then we're going to go here and then drag all these files over to this directory. And that would automatically unzip the files and have them, they will be ready for you to use with any software that you, any statistical software that you want to query the files. I'm going to do a little bit of checking here. We have the Ascii data files, and that's just a DAT file, so a text file that you can read. If you want to use a different software than the platforms that are provided, you have the SAS data set, and you have an SPSS data set. And what we're going to do is we're going to double click here and check that the data file has the contents that we expect to find there. So first thing, in data view, we'll see that we have 84091, the country ID that has the combined data set of 2012 and 2014. And if we scroll down, we'll see that there should be, I think it's about 8,000 cases or so in this file. And there we have it. We have 8,670 cases. We check the variables and we'll see that we have identification variables and then variables that are from the background questionnaire. Thank you for watching. For more information or comments about these videos, please write to egonzalez@ets.org. Thank you.
This video was made possible by the Institute of Education Sciences of the U.S. Department of Education, through Grant R305B160020 to Educational Testing Service. The opinions expressed are those of the authors and do not represent views of the Institute or the U.S. Department of Education.